Hey everyone, we are so excited to talk about Camp New Fork and all the exciting things that are happening over in the Wind River Range. My name is Josiah,
And my name is Alyssa.
and we are your camp directors. A little bit about ourselves. We're originally from North Carolina, but for about 6 years, been traveling around working at camps and outdoor programs. I headed out to California, worked out an outdoor education program in the Redwoods throughout the pandemic, then headed up to Alaska to work up in some backpacking, rafting, Hawaii. But no matter where we went, we kept coming back to Wyoming, kept falling in love with this area, Jackson Hole, the Wind River Range, and we kept coming back to the camping world.
Yeah, I've been with Wilderness Adventures for a few summers now. I started as a Wilderness Adventures trip leader. So I've also done tons of time with kids and traveling, exploration, different types of adventures, different types of guiding. And I mean, like Josiah said, both of our hearts are with the outdoors and especially with working with kids in so many different capacities. So we're really excited to take on this role as camp directors.
Um, Now, enough about us. Let's talk about why you might want to send your camper to Camp New Fork. There's a lot of summer camps in the United States, but what we offer at Camp New Fork is unique. There's not actually that many summer camps in Wyoming, and not many are ACA accredited, but we are a program working towards that accreditation with a traditional summer camp feel. If you went to a summer camp like I did when I was a kid, and you loved the magic, the mystique of a summer camp, fun events, massive camp games, all of that, that's what we're offering at Camp New Fork. Not only that, but we are building on a tradition, 100-year tradition that the Boy Scouts started way back in the 1920s. But there's still something new happening as part of the Wilderness Adventures family. This is our second year in operation. And we get to build on that tradition of the Boy Scouts with all the exciting opportunities, the exciting experience that Wilderness Adventures has been bringing to the outdoors. Our setting at the gateway to the Wind River Range is unparalleled, right on the shores of this gorgeous glacially carved lake. Our campers are swimming and canoeing all summer long. It's a special, special place. We are building on that Wilderness Adventures mission and vision. Do something wild, but we have this idea of growth. As campers come back year after year, session after session, we don't want them just to have the exact same summer again and again. We want them to grow both personally, but also in their outdoor skills and their ability to connect to others, not just to connect to their phones. And so we have this program that we're developing where year after year, summer after summer, these campers are going to have an opportunity to not just have a fun summer, but learn something, to grow, and be part of something special Camp Newport. Our core values are friendship. We want our campers to come and to have friends, not just for the summer, but for a lifetime, and to be part of a special community. As part of that friendship and community, our campers aren't going to bring their phones. In a world where they're saturated more and more with technology, Camp New Fork is a place to disconnect from all of that. If you want to learn more about that policy, you can check out the video that Tom and Holland and Kath just put out, our all access. We can include a link for that. Talks about just the philosophy, the heart behind that idea of connection. We find that when our kids are disconnected from technology, that they connect to each other in a very real ways. They have that opportunity for growth, for accomplishment, and the summer becomes more real as they're there in person.
And as we hire our summer staff, we keep those core values in mind. We want to know that our counselors are not only inspiring your kiddos, but also inspired themselves by all the beauty around us and the area that we're at in the beautiful Wind River Range. And so, as our hiring team goes through extensive interviews with over 100 applicants, all of our applicants get background checked. We check several references. So we know that people that we hire, we really want them to be part of our Camp New Fork family. Um, and again, we want to keep our counselors that are hiring, they know they have in mind those values of accomplishment, community, friendship, growth. That's their mindset coming into the summer as well. Not only inspiring that in your kiddos, but inspiring that within themselves and within their team. Um, and once we have our awesome team of counseling staff who are all CPR and first aid certified, we go through a super fun but also really educational 10-day staff training right at Camp New Fork, so that they can be prepared for whatever the summer holds.
Hmm. And the staff that we're assembling for summer 2026 are incredible. We've had hundreds of applicants. I don't even know how many interviews, but they're a special, special group of people, and they are so excited to come and pour into your kids for a session or a summer.
And speaking of what the summer holds, fun with campers, with your kiddos. We're looking for kids who are ready and willing to seek adventures. Um, all of our campers have completed grades 2 through 8. So anytime you see any grades listed on our website or any of our program details, that refers to the grade that your kiddos have completed as they come into the summer. Um, and so we have lots of people ask, where do kids come from? Are all of the kids coming from the Jackson area? No, we have kids coming from all over the place. In 2025, we had campers come from 10 different states. Coming into 2026, we actually have campers coming from several different countries as well. We have campers coming from Great Britain and from Mexico. We have campers coming from Texas and North Carolina, California, Indiana. And that's really, really special. That's so cool to be able to have kids from tons of different places, different cultures, different areas, and excited about it, excited to come in knowing that maybe you have one friend there that you know, or a cousin or a family member. Maybe it's a long lost friend that you moved away from, and this is your opportunity to reconnect and have a super fun summer. Or maybe this is an exciting opportunity to meet new people from different places. And so that's something that we really, really love about Camp New Fork that makes it really special. And we also offer airport pickups and drop-offs out of Jackson Hole and Salt Lake City. And so again, we're super welcoming and super happy to invite campers from all over the place, not just from the Jackson area.
What do we do at Camp New Fork? Well, we do a whole lot. We have this list of archery, lakefront, paddleboarding, canoeing, climbing towers, zip line, arts and crafts. The list goes on, and this is just a small piece of what we do. Again, it's a traditional summer camp, but in wild Western Wyoming. And so we get to combine just that traditional, authentic summer camp feel, everything that you like to do when you were a camper back in the day, with being just this stunning setting of Western Wyoming. And of course, as a traditional summer camp, we have all sorts of fun games and activities and tiers that we'll be moving through. And as your campers come back, they'll probably tell you all the different stories, and then they'll have stuff that they'll be building through year after year.
Yeah, and we get a lot of questions about what does a day actually look like at Camp New Fork. And I could tell you all about the schedule and what we did last year and all of the details and things like that. But the reality is that things change, and we try something new this year. Last year, what it looked like is, a couple activity blocks in the morning. Maybe you spend an hour and a half at archery, an hour at the lakefront. We'll do some lunch together. Then maybe you go and do some arts and crafts and some fishing. And every group, every adventure group at camp, different age groups, they'll have activities in different orders, and everyone comes back together for meal times. But again, it's hard to explain in words what a day at an awesome summer camp looks like. So let's just show you a video of what a day at Camp New Fork looks like.
This is an attitude at Camp New Fork. It's called TDR attitude, which means this day rules, okay? We're going New Fork on 3. 1, 2, 3. New Fork!
Wow. That's getting me excited for the summer. So that is what a day looks like, or a little pie slice of it. Let's get into the nitty gritty. We have a couple different sessions. Last year was just our junior camp style 5 day session. And we're so excited to continue to offer that, but expanding it into our classic camp, which is always the vision, a 12-day overnight session. That is for fourth through eighth grade, which means that they are
They've completed fourth grade or completed eighth grade.
and then our junior camp is for our second and our fourth graders. Kind of think of it as the introduction to our camping world. And the goal is come do junior camp. Maybe they haven't done a camp experience before, and then they'll come to classic camp, and they'll be able to get that full camp experience. Anything else you want to add?
Part of our classic camp experience that makes it really special is that in the over the weekend time of that
Mhm.
classic camp, in the middle of their session, these classic camp kids will have the opportunity to go off Camp New Fork site and have a really cool overnight experience. Maybe that's kayaking or canoeing across the lake and spending a night there. Maybe they'll backpack into the Wind River Range or do a little base camp somewhere. But it's a really cool opportunity to have an additional challenge and to do something out of camp overnight with, again, our really well trained and well prepared staff members who are excited and ready to lead and encourage and challenge these kids through their new adventure.
Yeah.
So we're getting a couple questions too about what do our campers eat while they're at Camp New Fork? Great question. Like I mentioned earlier, all the kids come together for all the meals at Camp New Fork. So even if they're in different adventure groups and they might be doing some different activities throughout the day, all kids come together in our beautiful dining lodge right in the middle of camp to enjoy all their meals for the day. And I might be a little biased because I ran the kitchen last year, but our food at Camp New Fork is really, really awesome. We have lots and lots of different things, and our goal in preparing this food is to have really healthy, well-rounded, nutritious meals so that as kids go out on these fun adventures throughout the day or overnight or whatever they're doing for the day, that they're energized and they're ready and they're full and they're happy. We never want any kid to go hungry while they're at camp. And so we're really accommodating to any food allergies or dietary restrictions. And again, this is camp is an opportunity just all around, but including with food, to try new things, to go outside that comfort zone and to challenge yourself. And we have had kids come into camp week one, day one, and say, I'm never going to eat a vegetable while I'm here. I'm not going to eat any salad. And then on the last day, the only thing they're eating is salad. And they're like, this is the best thing I've ever had. So again, we want kids to be encouraged and be challenged and try new things. While at the same time, we're going to have pizza, we're going to have spaghetti, we're going to have the foods that are familiar and comfortable and delicious that provide a good, healthy, well-rounded meal.
Let's talk about where your campers will actually be sleeping. We are a wilderness camp. We're right there in the Wind River Range in Wyoming. And we're a camp that really wants to dig into that. We don't have iPads and phones, and we don't have fancy lodges with big screen televisions. Instead, we have these gorgeous wall tents. There's a picture right here, or you might have seen it in that day in the life of Camp New Fork. But these are canvas style tents. These ones can fit about 4 campers, although we're getting some new ones that are a little bigger. So stay tuned and we'll be posting more about them later. But our campers will be sleeping right in those canvas style tents. And then we also have backcountry tents if your campers are going on those multi-day excursions as part of Classic Camp. We have backcountry tents. Again, we're part of that Wilderness Adventures family, and so we get to pull from their traditions of backcountry and camping excellence as well.
And so we have looks like we're getting a few questions from different people, and these are some of the questions that we get asked most often. Do you offer financial aid? And the answer is yes, we do have financial aid available. There are a couple different ways that you can go about this. First, if you live in Teton County, if you're a Teton County resident, you can apply through a nonprofit called 122. 122 is a local nonprofit that we partner with that just sort of helps us sort through different applications and financial information, and helps us provide an awesome experience, an awesome summer camp experience for every kid. If you live outside of Teton County, if you're a non-Teton County resident, you can apply straight through Camp New Fork. It's a separate application from Wilderness Adventures, but you can find all of those details on our website at campnewfork.com.
We've already talked about the device policy. Our campers will not have cell phones on them, but you may be thinking to yourself, I love my kid and I would like to be able to talk to them. Our preferred way for you to keep up with your kids is through letters. We'll be writing letters back and forth. It's one of my favorite parts of the magic of camp was receiving and sending letters. And then we in the office have a phone that parents can contact us, but our campers will not have access to phones, so they can connect fully to the world around them and unconnect from that cyber world. What if my child has a birthday during the summer? I remember when I went to summer camp, my birthday was in early May, and so I never got to celebrate my birthday during camp. But I had some friends that did, and it was just this special thing. Remember people coming in with cake and balloons, singing a song. It's a little bit embarrassing, but mostly fun. And I remember one summer asking my mom, like, can I just lie? Can I pretend that my birthday is there so I could have that special birthday experience? And she said no. But if your kid is luckier than mine and has a summer birthday, we want to make that birthday just the most special birthday ever. And so we'll have our own birthday traditions at Camp New Fork. And then if there's something that we can partner with you, something that they like, maybe a birthday meal or a present that you want given to them on their birthday, we'll work with you to help make that day the most special day of their life.
And can you accommodate food allergies? Absolutely. We want to do our best to make sure that every kid has the opportunity to come to camp and enjoy camp to the fullest. And we don't want food allergies to be something that holds you back. So we can definitely accommodate food allergies, gluten-free, vegetarian, things like that. With some food allergies, again, this may be something that we talk to you on an individual basis, to ensure that everything does run smoothly for your kid, and that we can really truly have an awesome summer experience.
These are just some of the questions we get. If you have more specific questions, feel free to reach out to us, and we'd love to chat about how we could make your kids' summer special. We are also, I've mentioned this before, part of the Wilderness Adventures family. We're so excited to continue to pull on their experience. If you don't know about Wilderness Adventures, they've been offering trips around the world for a long, long time. Also part of the family is the base camp. It's a day camp style adventure right here in Jackson, the Missoula Outdoor Learning Adventure, or MOLA, which is up in Montana, and of course, all the Wilderness Adventures trips. If one of those sounds like something that you're interested in, again, you can reach out to us and we can chat about all the different amazing experiences that Wilderness Adventures offers. Thanks for listening, and follow us on Instagram if you want updates for what's happening. Or again, reach out to us. We love Camp New Fork and we love to talk to you and meet you and see how we can make Camp New Fork work for you.